Hello my class, good evening, good morning and good afternoon to everyone. This time now I just want to do the recap on what we discussed last week. It's just a matter of a continuation. Last time we were looking at scaffolding and also the definition, where we talked about also key points about scaffolds, where we said scaffolds are actually in four purposes or 4 points. Number one, we talked about the purpose, talked about the construction, talked about the use, and also the safety part. And apart from that, we also discussed on the issue of types of scaffolds, of which we talked about the 3 areas of scaffolds. Now, these 3 areas of scaffolds are also divided into categories. For example, number 1, supported scaffold. This supported scaffolding, we said there are 3 categories under supported scaffolding. Number 1 is independent scaffolds. Number 2 is edge frame scaffolds. Then also tube and clamp scaffolds. Independent scaffolds, we said these are the freestanding structure, often used for exterior work. And also talked about prefabricated units that can be quickly assembled and disassembled. This is under H-frame scaffolds. Then we talked about tube and clamp scaffolds, highly versatile and also allowing for custom configuration. So actually I've tried to send some pictures that are showing different types of scaffolds. I think you'll be able to see, I'll be able to point one by one which one is the independent scaffold and which one is the H-frame scaffold and which one is the tube and clamp scaffolding. Okay, so apart from that, we talked about the suspended scaffolding. I think all these scaffolds are being sent to your group, and under the suspended, we talked about the swing stage. These are scaffolds that are actually hanged in the air, and also they just depend on supported by maybe a rope or maybe chains and so on and so forth, so that this stage can be used. Now, we said sometimes that got some advantages, because if the ropes are not well secured, it may be cause an accident. That is the issue, the negative part of this swing stage. And apart from that, we talked about the cantilever scaffold. Cantilever scaffold is a scaffold actually supported by a structure, often used for the interior work, not exterior work. And sometimes this type of cantilever can be extended. Okay, it can be extended. Another way around, we can say cantilever, they are in 2 groups. Maybe you say a put log. A put log, the scaffold which are just leaning to the wall, and then some supports are just drilled into the wall. A put log, where we say a logs actually fixed into the wall and also tied or maybe locked to the stands or the standard. Okay. Apart from that, it's a mobile scaffolding. When you talk about mobile, we're talking about rolling, or maybe a scaffold that can be moved from point A to point B. For example, under mobile, we have number 1, rolling towers, mobile platforms with wheels, often used for interior work. Okay, so when you are dealing with this type of scaffolds, you need to make sure that the platform is flat, because that's got wheels, and you need to lock the wheels when you are doing maybe especially erecting, because if it is not locked, you will find that the scaffold can start moving. That can also cause problems. And number 2, scaffolding tower. Scaffolding tower similar to the rolling, because that's got also some wheels, but sometimes if you find that it's too long, too high, there's no need of putting the wheels. Okay, so these are the 3 types. These are under 3 types we talked about the categories. Okay, talked about categories. Right. Then I said, okay, we are going to look at the use of scaffolding. The use of scaffolding. Now, the use of scaffolding, there are so many purposes of the use of scaffolding. And scaffolding is used in a wide range of construction, maintenance, and repair projects. Its versatility and also adaptability make it an essential tool in various industries, meaning that a scaffold can make your work easy and simple and also quicker. Because if you are not working on the higher level, you need to use a scaffold. That's the reason why there are so many or some common actually uses of scaffolding, which I cannot mention because there are many. So number one, we can say scaffolding are used in construction. Okay, the construction of buildings, construction of maybe bridges, building renovation and restorations, maintenance and repair, electrical and mechanical installation. When I say electrical and mechanical installation, we're talking about even plumbing works, fixing of pipes, or maybe geysers, talk about gutters and so on and so forth. Maintenance and repair, maybe cleaning of the windows, maybe cleaning of, or maybe replacement of geyser, heaters or elements, painting, and so on and so forth. So that's about the common use of the scaffolding. Industrial project, you say scaffolding is utilized in the industrial settings such as factories, power plants, refineries, or even manufacturing facilities. The reason is very simple because in these projects or in these industries, that's where you see piling of materials, patching, and also storing of everything, anything that is required to be stored properly. These scaffolds are actually commonly used in this industrial project. Film, and I think I talked about the film and event production to those who are dealing with cameras. If they want to film or maybe to capture on the higher level, they have to use scaffold and go on the higher level so that they can shoot actually on the lowest part, from the lowest part, okay, or outdoor. Then it helps creative actually elevated platforms, lighting rigs, and camera platforms, also setting structures. So these platforms, or maybe these scaffolds, are widely used in various industries: bridge construction and maintenance, ship buildings, window cleaning, temporary structures. All these works can only be successful by using proper scaffolding. Okay. Then also I may also talk about the procedures for erecting scaffolding. I think I need to show you. I think I've sent you the video. You need to watch those two videos which talked about on how to erect the scaffolding. How to erect the scaffolding. Now, pre-scaffolding preparation. When you say pre-scaffolding preparation, the scaffold is not yet erected, so you need to prepare your material. You need to clear the working place, the base where this scaffold will be erected. Number one, we are saying first you need to have a risk assessment. Risk assessment, you need to check around, conduct thoroughly or serious risk assessment to identify potential hazards and develop control measures. Yeah, whereby maybe the ground is not firm enough, maybe the ground is soft, maybe the ground is wet, and the ground is not even. It's even. So we have to make sure that the ground is flat and the ground is strong enough. Okay. Number two, permit approval. Here's a situation where we find that anyone can erect the scaffold, but let me tell you that the scaffolds can be only erected by a trained person, okay, trained person. But if you are in construction, or maybe you are doing a plumber or whatever, you need to have this knowledge of installing or erecting a scaffold, because you have to follow the procedures and other things. Obtain necessary permits and approval from the relevant authorities. So in this way, in this matter, we are saying you need to get permit from the safety fraternity, or maybe labor or infrastructure or whatever. Okay, so we're talking about occupational health and safety authorities who can allow you to do the scaffolding process or scaffolding projects. Site preparation, I think I've talked about it. Ensure the ground is level and stable. Remove any obstacles, any obstructions. Okay, then now any obstruction, maybe I may talk about cables, electrical cables. Maybe electrical cables are actually passing near the place where you want to erect this scaffold. Make sure that you check the cable, maybe the cables are naked. Okay, make sure that cables are insulated properly, and also the scaffold cannot reach or cannot pass over the cable. Otherwise, for example, we're dealing with the mobile which has got a wheel. You may find that this scaffold can start moving slowly, and it can also disturb the cable, which will make an hazard, electrical shock. Okay. Then apart from that, we have material and equipment. So prepare the material, gather all the required materials, poles, planks, clamps, ties, etc. So these things are very, very important, because you cannot just guessing what to do, what to use when erecting this kind of scaffolds. Okay, and equipment, level, plumb lines, hammers, wrenches, all these. And now we're talking about equipment. Okay, levels. The purpose of the level is to ensure that split level is to ensure that when you're erecting the scaffold platforms must be leveled and squared. Plumb lines, make sure that the vertical lines, the stands or the standards are also at the right angle. Okay, 90-degree angle. Then also hammers. Hammers will actually help you to secure, even to make sure that the part of the pole is actually inserted properly. Even hooks are inserted properly. Wrenches, if there is need of maybe tying, uses screws or whatever. So you need shifting spanners. We need to use pipe wrenches if necessary. Okay, so now you need to also look at the workers' training. Verify that all workers involved in the scaffolding erections are adequately trained. That's why on site it's very, very important each and every time that people who are working on this on site, they are in need of having basic knowledge on the erection of the scaffold, because everyone in construction is able to use a scaffold, whether it's a painter, is a plumber, is a carpenter, is a bricklayer. These people are actually need to use this scaffold, and when they are using this scaffold, they need to have that basic knowledge on how to erect, on how to use this type of scaffold. Now, what are the procedures? Procedures, remember we talked about the pre-scaffolding preparation. Now we come to the proper, or maybe the finishing point on how to erect the scaffolding. Okay, number one, base setup. Base setup, this is where now the stands will stand. Now, meaning that the base of this scaffold must be flat. If possible, you need to use base plates or concrete or sawboards on a firm level or ground, meaning that the base or the footing of the scaffold must be also flat, so that it can lean or maybe stand on the flat platform which is strong. Okay, so here we are saying install base plates. Whether it's a wood, plank which is flat, or maybe the concrete which is flat, as long as something which is strong, where you have to put the base plate, the stand of the scaffold, and ensure adequate support for the scaffold's load. Yeah, make sure that there is support, and there are something that you need to consider when you are erecting the scaffold. Okay. Number 2, frame assembly. Now we have to start with the frames. Okay, we have the stands, maybe 4 stands. I don't know if maybe you are using the H type, using whatever. So make sure that you assemble vertical stands upright, both sides, left and right, according to the manufacturer's instruction. So some scaffold come with manual. If it's new, come with manual to show on how you are going to assemble it adequately, and also some instructions guide or some symbols that can show you that this part and this part can be inserted in one position. Okay, connect horizontal members. We're talking about ridges and also transoms. Transoms are things that can secure the platform and the stands together. Okay, sometimes we use a crisscross, or when I say crisscross, we're talking about cross sections. Okay, the one piece of metal, maybe one piece of wood, one piece of whatever can be connected from left to right, either horizontal or diagonal, so that the platform, the scaffold, become firm and strong. Okay, now after that, you need now to use a platform. The platform is now where you have to be standing on and putting some working materials. Install planks evenly and secure on ledges. So some of these platforms come with some hooks, where I think I'll show you something. I think if you watched the video, there's a video which is actually showing the flat platform that had also the hooks that are hooking the other side of the scaffold or the stand and the other side of the stand. Okay, so meaning that it cannot be moving unnecessarily. Ensure planks overlap. So this is what I'm talking about. Ensure planks overlap and are properly supported. Okay, properly supported. Also, number 4, talk about the bracing. Install diagonal brace for stability. So this is a crisscross, okay, diagonal bracing. So this bracing is needed so that the both stands cannot be moving unnecessarily. Secure braces to both vertical and horizontal members. So if you are watching the video, you'll see how this person or these people were showing you on how to start erecting the scaffold. Okay, they start first prepare the ground. After preparing the ground, then they have to erect one side and the other side. Then they use now these braces that can be stored or fixed diagonally, so that it can make these stands to be secured. Tie. Okay, tie inches, meaning that now there's need of using the ropes. You can now tie them or connect the scaffold to the building structure, meaning that if you're dealing with the put log, which is actually leaning to the wall, connect the scaffold to the building structure with proper ties. Okay, ensure ties are secure and can withstand the load. Okay, so make sure that this scaffold cannot be used without checking. Okay, without checking if it is be able to be used or not. Number 7, guardrails and also toe bolts. Install guardrails and toebolts to prevent falls. So meaning that side by side of the scaffold, okay, side by side of the scaffold, you need to put a guardrail. Maybe you put some materials or tools. You protect these tools not to fall. Even protecting yourselves not to fall. Because maybe if you want to fall, at least there's a guard that can also protect you not to fall. Okay, ensure they meet safety standards. Even the guardrail are meeting the standards. Okay, just put things that are very strong enough. Then after everything, number last, you have now inspect. Before you start using it, inspect. Conduct a thorough inspection of erected scaffolds. Check for stability, levelness, and any damage. Okay, last time when we were talking about ladders, we said ladders must be checked. Okay, must be checked to check maybe for the cracks and any damage. Okay, in addition, consideration for plumbing work, we are saying load capacity. Consider the weight of plumbing materials and tools when determining scaffold load capacity. What materials are we using? Are you using, for example, you put a lot of pipes, maybe galvanized steel pipe on the scaffold, which are maybe very heavy, or maybe 2 geysers, 5 geysers, it may be a tank. So you have to make sure that load capacity is considered technically, and also access. Ensure easy access to plumbing fixtures and pipes. Stability, regularly check scaffolds stability, especially when working with the water. Okay, when working with water, actually is the scenario where the scaffold you are using is wooden scaffold. There's some materials, some wood material cannot work with water, meaning that they will start even expanding. Okay, and the material will lose that standard, and that's the reason why you find that now this wood will start now rotting and become an hazard to health. Electrical safety. Avoid electrical hazards by maintaining a safety distance from power lines. I think I've talked about it. So double check the cables, double check even the surface, the ground, anywhere, because you have to check everything before you even start using that scaffold. So what are the benefits of using a scaffold? What are the benefits? So we are saying scaffolding offers several benefits in construction and maintenance projects. Here we are now going to talk about these benefits. So benefit actually is like we're talking about advantages. Okay, number one, enhanced safety. Number two, improved access. Number three, increased productivity. Number four, talked about providing a comfortable and spacious working area nicely. Also adaptability and also versatility. So when we look at these advantages, without scaffold, you can find that safety will be compromised. Okay, that's the reason why we need to consider safety, enhanced safety. So you find that if there is proper consideration of safety, the work will be done safely. There shall be no accident. It will be accident free. Okay. Then improving access. Improving access meaning that your work will be fine. Meaning that you can be able to work on the higher area and also work on the complicated area because you are using a scaffold. So a scaffold can be used as access. Okay, access means if you maybe want to repair, maybe you want to install new things, or maybe want to bend and whatever on the higher areas, you need to just use the scaffold because it has got that access. Increase productivity. Because if you don't have a scaffold, you may find that your project will not be done, not going to be done because you have no no means of using, maybe no means of working on the higher level or maybe higher areas. So when you have scaffolds, you can find that your work will be done quickly and your production will be done accordingly and on time. Here again, adaptability, we are saying scaffold system are versatile and adaptable to different project requirements. They can be customized and configured to suit specific structure and spaces. Doesn't matter what type of work you're doing, whether you are painting, you are building, you are plastering, you are putting gutters, you are erecting, whatever may be. As long as you are using a scaffold will be or adapt the type of work you want to do. Again, we are saying the good part of the scaffold system is a temporal structure. We are saying you can erect or install the scaffold, and at the same time you can dismantle. You assemble and dismantle, assemble and dismantle. So it's a temporal, and it can be moved, and sometimes we can say it's a mobile. It can be used to other sites. So that's the reason why. That's another advantage of scaffolds. And the efficient material and tool handling. Scaffolding provides stable surface for workers to handle and store materials, tools, equipment required for the project. So where you are on the high level, maybe 4 meters, you can still secure your materials on the scaffold. Okay, as long as the scaffold is actually strong enough. Okay, then efficient material and tool handling. This is, I think, the same. Then you go to improved communication and collaboration. It is very, very important here. Where there is no communication, you may find that there will be a lot of accidents. Okay, so you need to communicate. If someone is down, some other people are on top, you need to communicate that there is something which is maybe observed on the other side of the scaffold is not okay. Then also regularly double checking the defects of maybe the scaffold. Communication is very, very important. Then regularly compliance. Scaffolding helps meet safety regulations. Don't do shortcuts. When you do shortcuts, it means that you are applying hazards to your work. Okay, so meaning that adhering to these standards not only ensuring the well-being of workers but also help avoid legal issues and potential penalties. So it's very, very important to consider or to follow what is required when you are dealing with these scaffold. The other part that I need also to talk about is part of the dangers of working on scaffolding. Dangers of working on scaffolding. Okay. Dangers of working on scaffolding. There are so many things that you need to look at because anything can happen when you're working with scaffold. Anything can happen. Okay. We are saying while scaffolding is a valuable tool in construction, it also poses a certain danger and risk. Okay. We remember it is a man-made. It is crucial for everyone. Okay, the employer and the employee, to be aware of these hazards. Remember in the preamble, the time when we start talking about safety, saying an hazard is something, anything that can cause accident or danger, okay, even injuries. So meaning that the human being, the one who is erecting this scaffold, is an hazard. The first thing is to identify yourself as an hazard. Then you start now considering the thing that you're doing, the thing that you're going to erect. The scaffold itself will become an hazard. That's why it is very, very important to consider this. Here are some of the danger associated with the working on the platform or maybe on the scaffolding. Number one, scaffolds. Yeah, if the scaffold is not proper erected or installed, or maybe even not following the PPR, I mean the PPE regulations. When I talk about PPE regulations, I'm talking about putting of harnesses, safety harnesses, belts in short, even also helmets and the other things. Guardrails need to be considered while they are erecting this. So it is important because if there are no guardrails, I think there will be the falling is an obvious. Okay, harness doesn't mean that even if you are working on the platform which is flat, you need to have a belt, and this belt should be hung somewhere in case of a fall. Okay, structure collapse. Okay, find that maybe if you are using a putlock, which is the scaffold is being linked to the wall, it can collapse. The wall can collapse, can fall. Okay, not only that, overloading of materials, working materials on the platform. So you need to avoid that. Not only that, the foundation where this scaffold is being based, or maybe constructed, or maybe standing. So the base, I think we said the base must be strong enough. So you have to expect this falls, structural collapses, and also falling objects, tools, equipment, or construction materials dropped from the scaffold can pose a significant hazard to workers and bystanders. We are saying there are some people who are working under the scaffold and other people who are on top. So on top there, if there are no guardrails and there are an object fall and there are people under the scaffold, you may find that those people under the scaffold, they will also find themselves in problem. That's why we are saying proper communication and awareness among workers are crucial to prevent accidents. The other thing that we need to talk about is electrocutions. Electrocution, I think I talked about checking the electrical cables. Okay, checking the electrical cables, whether cables passing over power lines, and also underground check if there are any cable. Okay, insufficient training, poor training. If people are not trained, especially those who are dealing with scaffolds, you find that there shall be a lot of accidents. So workers should receive comprehensive training on scaffold assembly, use inspection, and also safe work practices. They should also aware of emergency procedures and how to respond to potential hazards. So these things are very, very important. And also consider the air condition, weather. If it is in rain season, yeah, some poles can become very slide, and also ice time in some places where maybe you find that it's too ice. Okay, so you find that they slide and the ground is wet. Okay, it's soft, so meaning that the scaffold cannot be erected accordingly. Okay, also especially the scaffolds, the scaffold that can be used the flat base. Yeah, so if you're not using the flat base, you find that the scaffold, even if you erect it, it will start sinking into the ground. Improper use and modification. Modification sometimes is not advisable. You need just to follow what is just required, because we're talking about dangers. When you are using shortcuts, you are inviting problems. So scaffolding should only be used as intended. Any modification or repair should be performed by qualified personnel following the industrial standards. So these are the things that you need to consider as a person who are dealing with the scaffolds. The other part is scaffolding safety regulations. I think scaffolding regulations, I think these are the last part. Okay. some of these, I may say, these are general safety principles. General safety principles. Number one, before you start using the scaffold, first I think you just have to inspect it. Load capacity, guardrails are supposed to be there, the working platforms are secured properly, tines are supposed to be there properly, access, training is supposed to be there, also personal protective equipment. In short, you are talking about the summary of all what we have talked about. Okay, so these are the points. So when I say general safety principles, we need to consider all these things that are summarized here. Training, personal protective equipment, avoid overloading, secure tools, weather conditioning, housekeeping, and communication. So meaning that all these guidelines or principles, if you consider it nicely or properly, you may find that you are going to reduce the chances of accidents and also other issues. So for today, I think this is the end of our lesson on scaffolding and the ladders. So I'll still go through the recaps and show you some videos the next 2 days, and I'll be posting showing you what type of a scaffold is this, and showing you what is a guardrail, showing you also things that should not to be done, to do, or not to, and things that should be done. Okay, do's and don'ts when you are erecting the scaffolds. I think this is the explanation that I thought I may share with you, but this is not the end. I'll still come back in the video and also show you some of these type of scaffolds. Okay, because what I posted on the group, there are different types of scaffolds. These types of scaffolds, you need to know them. So if I say port-log, I say mobile, I say tower, I say rail, I say whatever. So you need to know all these type of scaffold. Maybe let me try to do this before I close. Before I close, I just want to show you something. I don't mind. I know you are watching. I may also try to show you this kind of scaffold. This kind of scaffold is a port-log. Is a port-log. Okay. This port-log, if you check, it has got the support is actually being in a wall. Okay, I think you are able to see where written wall being constructed, and also it is showing where written port-log. Okay, the port-log, we can see it is actually installed or fixed or inserted into the wall, and after that then it comes and also fixed to the stand here. Okay, these are this is one of the port-log type of scaffold, or maybe you say a scaffold which is well supported. Okay, a scaffold which is well supported, and you see the pole there, the base is supposed to be strong. I think you have seen down there at bottom, it's written base plate and also saw plate. So the base plate and the saw plate is different. The saw plate is where the strong platform, where the base of the stand or the scaffold will actually stand or lean. So that's what it means here. Okay. Apart from that, I think I may also talk about this same scaffold. I think you have seen the stands and the platform. I mean the stand there and also the base. You see the port-log is actually fixed into the wall, meaning that the support of this scaffold is in a wall and also on the stand. Okay. So this is the same put log. This is now the support of the put log. Okay, the cantilever, I think I've seen how this being elevated. Okay, we have also the cantilever. These are the cantilever. You can see the scaffold started from the ground and up to there, the tower. You see now it's being extended to other side. Okay, okay, you can see this is also cantilever. This is also cantilever, cantilever. Then we have the suspended one. Okay, this is the suspended. So the suspended, as you can see, it is depending on the hook which is on top. And when you look at the roof there, on top of the roof, there's a chain, the rope which is actually lifting the lifter here. And also see on top of the roof there, there's a black point. I think, I don't know if I can point it. Okay, just want you to here. So here, it's supposed to be heavy. Okay, supposed to be heavy, meaning that the lifter here cannot fall. The lifter cannot fall. Okay, so this part is supposed to be strong. This part is supposed to be strong. To be strong. That's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Now apart from that, I want to show you. Sorry, I want to show you the other. Okay, this is the same. Okay, I think this is a small video. You see, this is a small video. The way you have seen it, it is like it is not properly installed accordingly. It was not properly installed accordingly, because the way we have seen it, this part, it is obstructing the moving of this suspended lifter going up. So it is actually obstructed from this point, and you can see, because of the obstruction here, it makes now this wall and the hook to be broken. Okay, and the hook to be broken. That's the reason why you have seen now there's a problem. But it makes this to be not to go down. No, because of this side there is a heavy load which is actually helping this lifter not to go down like this. Okay, so this is how we normally do when you're dealing with a scaffold. So dealing with the scaffold. Okay, I may also show you another suspended scaffold. So this suspended scaffold, I think you have seen also, the weight is being lifted. Okay, the weight is being lifted. So you have seen the weight is being lifted. Okay, so it is being lifted like this. Okay, so just lying on the rope. So you can see the rope on top there, the ropes there. So this is how it's suspended. Now, the danger part of this suspended is that maybe the rope is weak, and also the motor stop working, because it depends on the motor, because the motor is the one that is making this scaffold to go up. Okay. Then the other thing that you need to know is another scaffold. I think this is the same. Now we have also tower scaffold. Okay, so they are showing this type of scaffold which has got the hooks. Okay, it has got hooks. So you have seen the hooks there, and also the clamps. Okay, so all these points you are able to see their hooks and the clamps. And you have seen this line, that's the line for the base. So this type of scaffolds also, they are very strong. This is a scaffold that should be used in construction. Okay, in construction. Okay, they are just showing the parts of parts of the corners, okay, or maybe the part where you have to use 4 ways, okay, 4 ways, the upright, the vertical, and also the horizontal one. Okay, yeah, so this scaffold is also the same with the platform on top, and also it's like the edge type. Yeah, this cross, we have the crisscross. The crisscross, sometimes we call it a scissors, okay, because it's like this, which is actually showing supporting this point and supporting this point, supporting this point and supporting this point. Now this point and this point, that's where you're going to put a platform, okay, that's where you're going to put a platform. And this side is a ladder which will help you to go up if you want to work on top. So that's what it is when you're dealing with this type of scaffolds. Okay, they're same. Now they're showing you what I told you about the guides, okay, the guardrails. Okay, let me show the guardrails. The guardrails, I think we have the guardrails here supporting, and we have also access guardrails. We have the fully planked, meaning that down the base. We have also crisscross. I think I have talked about the crisscross. Then we have the match stud, remember, the base plate and the toe plate. So these are the things that I was talking about. Access ladder, okay, if you want you can put an access ladder, or these other ladders. Remember you have seen small ladders there. Okay, I've seen these ladders, but also there is need of access ladder in case you want to go high. And we are saying these need to be at a right angle, meaning that it's supposed to stand firm at a right angle. Okay, then I think I've seen now everything according to what I was talking about, I was explaining. So the guardrails, okay, the guardrails, for you to see the guardrails, these are the guardrails. Okay, you can see that if anyone is working on this platform, cannot fall, because the other side here, the other side is a wall. So this kind of, it's like the independent type of scaffolding, Okay. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is what I wanted to show you on this particular time. These are the extension and the locking. You can see the extension and you see the wheels on the bottom. Now these wheels, I said they're supposed to be locked. Okay, the wheel is supposed to be locked. Yeah, so these wheels are supposed to be locked. Okay, those wheels are supposed to be locked so that you avoid the unnecessary movement. You avoid unnecessary movement when you're on top. And here, the ladders for this size. So these are the ladder, provision ladders for this type of scaffold. It's a mobile scaffold, a mobile tower scaffold. Okay, so I think I have explained a lot on this type of scaffolds. I can see another provision stairwells. So when it says stairwells, we are saying it's because of the ladders which we are able to see inside. Okay, the ladders which we are able to see inside here, that makes this ladder to be called stairwells. Okay, and you can see the platforms of the platform. So this kind of ladders, these scaffolds are very, very important to you people to understand and how to use them properly. So thank you very much. This is the end of our today's class, and I'm hoping that we continue learning on this type of scaffolding each and every time. And if you have a question, you still ask a question. I'll be able to explain everything. I think these notes have been covered. Everything has been covered. I think I'll still prepare some questions on this type of, on this notes. So the last part was the scaffolding safety regulations. Then I showed you something on the scaffolding type. So thank you for your time, and enjoy your learning, and enjoy your watching. If you have a question, you can still type a question in the group, and I'll be able to respond, or maybe anyone is able to respond. So thank you very much, and good night, good day.